Welcome back to the Bridgeton Beacon. We decided to stop by the Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center for a tour today. And owners John Marino and Sarah Moore are going to tell us all about what they have going on out here at 91 Fox Road in Bridgeton, New Jersey. John, how are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Thank you.
Well, your property is absolutely stunning.
Thank you so much.
And I wanted to have you tell us what you and Sarah are up to out here at 91 Fox Road in Bridgeton.
Well, we got our hands full, that's for sure. We have horses, goats, chickens, a community garden, and a koi pond, and an indoor pool.
And how long have you owned this property?
For about 9 months now.
Okay. And primarily, this is an equestrian center?
Equestrian center, and we try to use the facilities here to reach out to the community, to at-risk youth, and supply discount access to horses and koi ponds. And we have a community garden project that we just started last month that we hope will develop into a fairly large project in the spring.
And you're going to give us a tour today and tell us, I think you also have some horse riding lessons?
Yes, we do horseback riding lessons and horsemanship. We have a free program for veterans and first responders to use the koi and the community garden and the horses and goats and chickens as a form of stress relief and a way to get away from the stresses of their everyday life.
Why don't you give us a tour and I'll walk behind you and
Great,
you can tell us more about it.
We'll start with the koi pond. When we first moved in, we didn't really know we had a koi pond and certainly didn't know anything about a koi pond. But Sarah has done a tremendous amount of work to learn about koi. We now have about 400 koi in our koi pond.
Wow.
And they're a lot of fun. I mean, we've enjoyed the koi pond because they're very entertaining to feed. You want to throw them a handful of food? We'll throw them some food so you can get a chance to see them eat.
There's 400. This is beautiful.
Thank you. We're preparing it for wintertime right now, so the koi will, we have to keep the water moving so it doesn't freeze, but the koi will be fine. We took all the plants out, and they're in the greenhouse. We'll show you that later on. But usually there's lilies and all kinds of water plants in here as well.
A very peaceful place to come and sit, I would imagine.
Yes, it is. Okay, we can head back to the farm part of the property.
It looks like you're all decorated for the holidays.
Yeah. Except for the one wreath that fell down. There's a lot of wind here.
How many horses do you have on this property now?
I believe there's 8.
Now, where are you originally from?
Originally from the South Shore in Massachusetts, by where people would know as Cape Cod.
Okay, and what brought you down to Cumberland County?
Well, we were in Bucks County for about 20 years, and we were looking for a different kind of property. We had horses there as well, but the property was not as flat and open and as focused on animals and equestrian as we wanted it to be. And so we started to look, and this is where we ended up. We're very happy here.
Wonderful. And while we're walking, I mean, this property is just gorgeous.
Thank you.
So if area residents are interested in learning about your horseback riding lessons, do you give lessons to kids and adults?
We give lessons from 2 years old to 100 years old.
Right.
Anybody who wants to learn can come and learn, and we're happy to have them. We have horses of all sizes and abilities. They can learn to ride any way that makes them happy. We also encourage people that just want to come down therapeutically and be around the horses, because the horses are very calming and really appreciate the attention. So it's a good thing for the horses as well as the people. We have several people that come and all they do is brush horses and muck stalls and take care of the animals. So they just enjoy being around them.
And I see some chickens back here.
Chickens and geese. There's about 50 chickens and 3 geese. Gooses.
So our chickens lay eggs, and we donate those eggs to Mayor Kelly in Bridgeton, his soup kitchen, every Sunday morning. They hard boil them and send them off with anybody who visits the soup kitchen. Our geese aren't quite old enough, but they'll be laying eggs probably in the next 3 or 4 months as well. And then we'll be able to have goose eggs to donate. We have eggs of every color, from a light tan and a white to a blue and a green to a darker brown. Lots of different kinds of chickens.
They want the mic.
Yeah, they want to talk.
They're waiting for snacks.
Now, Sarah, do you primarily take care of the chickens and the geese?
They are my son's special project. So he has an alarm set on his phone at 4 o'clock every day to come out here and feed them and lock them up for the night so that they stay safe from predators. But yes, I help raise them and keep them warm and make sure they have what they need.
It's a lot of work, for sure.
It is.
And they were raised, the kids raised them from little chicks.
Day-old chicks.
So they're pretty good at being handled and being around people.
Do you let the public come out and help with the chickens?
Anybody who wants to come out and hang out with chickens, you see there's a chair right in there specifically for that purpose. People come and they'll we have, some snacky foods that they can eat and they can feed them. So yeah, we encourage anybody who would find this relaxing and therapeutic is welcome to come.
Do they need to make an appointment to come out and do that?
Typically, it would be best if you did, but there's usually somebody always here, so we can be pretty flexible with the times. But yeah, we'd prefer that they call.
Okay. All right, great. Let's keep walking.
So over here on the right-hand side is our smaller barn. There is a accessible bathroom. So if anybody needs to do that while they're here, they can. We also have some of our equipment storage, and our horse show registration will happen in the smaller barn.
Is this barn to the
This
right?
is our...
You don't want to include the horsemen.
It's our manure trailer. We do haul our manure off the property, so it's not in a pile. And then this is our big main barn. Our horses are actually inside because they had a farrier visit this morning. So you'll get to see everybody. We have a little bit of everything in here. We do a lot of rescue with racehorses off the track and retraining. But this is Bubbles. She's one of our kid ponies. She teaches everybody who's little enough to sit on her. And then we have Sugar in here, who's a little bit of a different color because she goes to party events, and she was a pumpkin and a witch for 2 trunk or treat events that we went to this Halloween. But she is our little pocket-sized travel pony. So whenever we have public events to go to, she comes.
See if I can
you see
her a little bit better?
Yeah, she's right over there. She's much older and loves her new job. This is Hope. She is a show horse for my daughter. They compete in the high jumpers all over the place, from rated shows and everywhere. She is a thoroughbred off the track as well. So we're going to meet a few of those. This is Ozzy. He was a slaughter truck rescue. Somebody was going to eat him, and now he teaches all of our most beginner riders of any and all sizes, and absolutely loves his job and kids. And his favorite snack is Sour Patch Kids.
He's a big boy.
He's actually pretty small compared to everybody else, but he's bigger than the little ponies. and very, very sweet. He just loves attention.
Nice.
He's going to come out and say hello.
Hello.
He's going to come say
How are
hello.
you?
He's like, is there food involved in this?
Our horses are very well behaved.
And then this here is Zeus. He is another off-the-track thoroughbred. For as large as he is, he's one of the larger horses on the property. He is absolutely obsessed with small children and loves the tinier the better, but he lets everybody learn to ride on him.
See, he has a crinkled face.
He's going to come for a mint.
Aw. Hi.
So that's Zeus. He's about 17 hands and 15 years old. And then we have Ginger, our Chincoteague pony. She actually made the swim when she was just a few months old and sold through the very famous Chincoteague auction. She is 14, I believe. I'd have to double check her papers, but she'd been somebody's pet for years and never taught to do anything constructive. So we took her in, and now she teaches all the kids to ride and competes, does all sorts of fun things now. She's very sweet as well, very nosy.
Zeus is like, hey, wait.
He's like, I'm here
really-
at Kringles. And that's why Cody's head is out, because Cody is very food motivated. Huh.
Hi.
This is Cody. He's another off-the-track thoroughbred. We just brought him in to our facility. I guess we're going on about a month now. He was an unwanted baby. He'd been someone's horse for a long time. They had no use for him anymore, so he's here getting a little bit of retraining, and then we're going to find him his own child very soon. And then our last one is Dash. She's the baby in the barn and the biggest. She's about 17 to 17.3 hands. A hand is 4 inches, so he's 17 times 4 plus 3. He's 5. He's my daughter's Grand Prix hopeful horse. He is also off the track and was a failed racehorse. He was in one race, the gates opened up, and Dash stayed inside and did not want to participate. So he quickly found a new job.
running.
Yeah, right. See, that was a silly thing to ask me to do. But that was his job, and now he jumps really big jumps.
When you say these, some of these horses are off the track, they were racehorses?
They were racehorses.
Okay.
So right now I've got 4 that were racehorses that now do not participate in those events. If we head out this way, we'll show you our other little friends. If you can hear them. These are our goats. And they're like dogs. They were all hand-raised and very, very friendly. So they're a lot of fun to just kind of come and sit with and chill with. They have their own little playground back here. It's really great when our families donate used toys for them because they like something new. Obviously, going down the slide. They're also looking for treats. They like marshmallows and Lucky Charms cereal. And grapes and blueberries are a big favorite too. And they're nice and furry for the winter. They have access to all 4 stalls back here and their play equipment. And then when we don't have any visitors coming and we know it's going to be a quiet day, they roam the whole farm.
Did they get along with the horse?
They do. They were all kind of raised around each other, so they all get along very, very well. These are our fields that the horses get to hang out in. We really believe in letting them have as much horsey freedom as they can, because that's how they were intended to be. So they get a lot of turnout time. They're only, like I said, they're only in this morning because the farrier was here.
What is a farrier?
He does their feet. So they had a pedicure today.
Huh? Is there someone local that does that?
My farrier actually still comes for me from Bucks County area. His name is Brad Beers. He does a great job. I trust him, so he makes the drive for me, which is great. So now we're going to head over this way. We can take a look at some of our rings, and then we'll head to our community garden.
What's the schedule for your riding lessons?
I teach 7 days a week. Most of the kids have to ride after school, obviously, because they're in school. But we are open for training whenever somebody wants to schedule a time. We do usually schedule them for the same day at the same time every week. They are, of course, welcome to ride more than once a week. If they want to do 2 days a week or 3 days a week, that's fine, but it will usually be on the same day at the same time.
So are they group lessons or individual lessons?
Individual. I don't teach group lessons unless I have like 2 that are very similar. I like to really focus on what every individual rider needs.
Okay. And how long are the lessons?
Either a half an hour or an hour.
Okay.
Up to the rider. This is our round pen. It's our smaller training ring. We do some free liberty work with the horses in here. We also teach some of our beginners in here so they can learn how to steer in a smaller, more controlled situation versus in our big competition ring, which we'll head over to.
Did you have to build these rings?
The rings were here. I have changed out the footing, the dirt in the ring. When you're jumping horses and they're being ridden and stuff every day, you want to make sure that you have really nice footing for them so that they don't suffer an injury. So this is our horse show ring, our training ring, our jumping ring. We just fixed the footing. It is lit. We have all-weather footing in there and a full course of jumps. Right now we have a special training grid set up in the middle, but there's usually a full course of jumps set up, and this is where our horse show operates out of as well.
Yeah, tell me about the horse show. What is that?
We have a local horse show that we do once a month that has classes for all ages and all levels. We do a little bit of everything for everybody, from in-hand classes, lead line, walk, trot, cross rails, hunters over fences, and jumpers as well. We also offer some Gymkhana games. So if we have Western riders out there that want to come and participate in the horse shows, we have something for them as well.
How far do folks travel to come to your horse shows?
About an hour and less.
Okay.
Anywhere from within an hour. We have quite a few very loyal local barns that come out to us and bring lots and lots of kids. We've never had a small show. Everybody has a really great time. We have some local vendors actually come and set up here on the property as well with food trucks and that sell things. We had the local Upper Deerfield schools came and did a fundraiser here for 8th grade graduation as well. So we kind of welcome everybody to come and hang out. Bridgeton Water Ice is another one who comes every horse show. So we try to open it up for anybody who wants to come and be part of the event.
You've really acclimated to the community in the 9 months since you've been here.
We try.
Yeah, I mean, how did you go about that?
We started with the UEZ with Stephanie Gonzalez, and she kind of was able to, here, you can talk more about that.
Okay. We started with her, and she introduced us to several local organizations. Games on the Go with Tony Hill and Harlan Miller. Games on the Go and Chemo. Those guys have been a tremendous help. And she's just introduced us to a series of people and we came here with the intentions of doing that. So it didn't happen by mistake. It happened, very much on purpose.
That's wonderful.
We wanted to do that.
That's wonderful to hear. Yeah. I think that's fantastic. I mean, and that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, it really is. And what ends up happening is kids that might not normally get a chance to do this because they either think it's too expensive or it can be too expensive. We try to make it affordable. We have a scholarship program the kids can apply for. And we raise money to support those kids in their riding career, and whoever donates the money gets a chance to see a video every week from the child that they're sponsoring, so that they can see the progress that the donations that they make are actually making in the child's life. So
that's fantastic, right here in Cumberland County.
Right here.
Right here.
Right.
And we're working with Chemo.
Chemo and
the Academy.
Yeah, and we're working on a program for an equestrian academy that we're going to run out of our Bridgeton office. We have an office in downtown Bridgeton with the guys at Chemo and Games to Go, and we're working on. They've got a nice meeting room, and we're going to do a hands-on academy introduction to horses before we start the program, so that
Oh,
everybody.
that's great. Well, we'll have to get downtown and check that
Yeah, we'd
out
love to have.
when we can. That would be
Yeah,
wonderful.
that'd be great.
Okay. Tell me about the property.
Let's finish. You want to
Yeah.
go over to? So let's go over to the greenhouse.
Okay.
And one of the things that we just started this spring was the community greenhouse. And we inherited a greenhouse that we didn't really know we had until we got here. And my granddaughter Ashley just got really obsessed by it and learned. This is the only 13-year-old I know that watches videos on agriculture. And she educated herself and had a really nice garden going that it's too much for one person to do. So we had this idea that this is an opportunity for us to share a kind of a different thing with the community. And so we started a group and got quite a few volunteers to come and help us prepare the greenhouse in the community garden. And so we've got it all weed papered down so that in the spring we're ready to plant. And actually, as we're learning about this, because this is not something we really knew that much about, there's a lot of things you can grow in a greenhouse in the wintertime. If you go into that greenhouse right now, it's probably about 70 degrees. And it stays very warm throughout the whole entire,
What type of plants are you intending on growing?
Well, that we're trying to leave up to
Remains to be seen.
to the group. We're trying to leave it up to the community group. So we're open to planting anything that people that want to participate in it, can come and help us choose. So we're going to have a planning meeting here coming up where everybody gets a chance to say, okay, I'm going to come and donate an hour a week to weeding and caring. And then you could see all the plants from the inside the pond. These are all pond plants that we're restoring through the winter so that we can replant them. They're not very pretty looking where they are right now, but in the pond, they bloom like crazy. We've had a lot of flowers.
It's actually still are blooming currently.
Yeah, you could see the water lily there.
They are.
Let's check them out. It's really it's nice and warm in here.
It
It's
is
great.
And the sun's not out. So if the sun was out, it would be even warmer.
Sure.
So this is all ready to plant. It's got irrigation. We got irrigation out into the field so that, that watering is not a big problem. The biggest issue, and the team is going to do, is to come and weed and maintain. And then once we're done, once we start harvesting what we grow, everybody that helps work on it can take home whatever they need, and whatever is left over will be donated to food pantries and soup kitchens. We've been working with Mayor Kelly on his soup kitchen that he runs every Sunday out of the Bethany First Adventist Church, and we plan on working with him, and I think it's his program's called the United Gateway. And he has a very big nonprofit, and we'll donate whatever is left over to one of those organizations.
One of the most wonderful things about our area has always been the farmland.
Right.
And so to be able to have fresh, fruits and
Fresh-
vegetables.
Yeah, and we've
it's-
got a lot of fruit trees we didn't talk about as we want. We have a peach tree, a pear tree, and 2 apple trees, or 3 apple trees. So, yeah, and we didn't know about that either. So we're learning how to prune in the spring. And if anybody out there sees this video and wants to come and teach me how to prune,
Okay.
I'd love it. Well, they were very prolific in producing fruit this year. So, and we didn't take care of them. So we didn't treat for bugs or any of that stuff. We need to learn.
Sure.
So we just didn't know. So,
Right.
So this spring we're hoping that somebody will come and teach us what we don't know.
Right. Bartering for horseback riding lessons.
Yeah, there we go. We do a lot of that. Yeah. So there's more. We have solar panels here, but there's more turnout areas for the horses. So the horses have plenty of area to roam. Unfortunately, right now it's kind of the ugly time of the year where things are half dying and half alive. But usually it's very green and lots of grass.
It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Now we're going to take you in and we'll introduce you to Cosmo, our newest addition to our goat family, who is out here grazing. And then we'll show you the pool area.
How does this space compare to the space that you had either up in Cape Cod or in Bucks County?
We had much bigger homes there, but much less useful land. We had about the same amount of acreage, but it wasn't as practical, flat, cleared, and geared towards the things that we're trying to do here. But this is much more what we were hoping to have and get. And here's Cosmo.
How old is Cosmo?
About 3.
I was going to say, Cosmo looks like a little guy.
He's actually. Come here, baby. No, you're not going in there. Come here. I know. Cosmo's gonna be the future baby.
He's going to be the baby daddy, right? Cosmo.
He likes to be a house goat.
Yeah, he'd like to go in the house.
What does he like to eat?
Everything. He'll eat, they eat cereal, he likes to just graze on the grass. They'll eat hay, what else will they eat, Sarah? They eat marshmallows, yes, goat treats, grapes,
berries.
blueberries, right? All kinds of stuff.
He's cute.
Moving on from Cosmo. Cosmo will be a big distraction. So here is the.
I had no idea there was a pool in here.
This
Surprises everywhere in this place.
Yeah, it really is full of surprises. So, indoor heated pool with a projection TV, disco lights. I mean, we've had some pretty fun parties in here.
can imagine.
My grandson has had his whole entire 4th grade class come and for his birthday. And we've got a kitchen area here with a sink and a stove and a grill and a bathroom and a hot tub.
What do you intend to do with this space?
Well,
Just
this is
enjoy it yourself? Or?
No, this is space we want to share too. I mean, we enjoy it ourselves. We got a hot tub over here, which I enjoy, being the old man that I am. But we plan on sharing this space with all kinds of organizations. I mean, we're talking with the Boys and Girls Club. I'm Rosemary DeQuesno and Debbie Capelli from the Elks. We're trying to figure out exactly how to use it. It's expensive to heat in the wintertime, so that makes it a little bit difficult for all the organizations to help us, defray the costs. But the Boys and Girls Club, we've had a lot of volunteers from the Boys and Girls Club come and help us around the farm, and then finish the day after working around the farm with a swim in a hot tub, and so we've had the opportunity to use it.
It's not cheap to maintain a pool.
And that's not. It's not as expensive to maintain. It really, when it starts getting this cold, it's expensive to heat. But the room is heated.
So say this room feels heated.
Yeah, this room is heated. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I even have the heat on right now. This is just, and if it's sunny out, it gets very warm in here.
So right now you're not renting this.
Yeah, no, we are. We're willing to rent it, but we'd have to talk to people about what they're looking to do. So yes, we're very interested in renting it. But we have to really set the parameters of what they're trying to do. How many hours they need it heated for, what kind of temperature they want it heated to. And we find it with most of the kids, once it gets above 70 degrees, it's, they can swim. And they go from the hot tub to the pool to the hot tub to the pool for hours. So, yeah, I mean, we're definitely interested we think that this would be good for water aerobics for the elderly. We'd love to see some of that happen. The veterans, that want to come and maybe do some kind of physical therapy or just relaxation, all of that.
You mentioned when we first walked in, veterans. How are you working with veterans? What organizations specifically?
Well, Sarah and I just did a presentation at the VFW in Millville. Salem, sorry, Salem. And basically we've been reaching out through the Elks, through the VFW, and through various. We've done some work with Derek Glenn and the Veterans Memorial Hospital in Vineland, trying to come up with the things that are interesting to them. So we've had several groups come out and tour the farm, and spend some time around the pond, and spend some time talking about the garden and seeing the horses and meeting the horses. So yeah, I mean, we're just looking for creative ideas for people, but we don't have all the answers yet.
So it sounds like, you are developing various partnerships
Yes.
with other organizations to support not just your business, your for-profit business,
Right.
but also
We are a 501c3, so
a
we are a
nonprofit
nonprofit,
entity.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, and that's really our passion. I mean, is to develop the nonprofit part of the business with relationships with other organizations like Tony and Harlan at Chemo and Games to Go, and Stephanie with the UEZ, Stephanie Gonzalez in the UEZ, and we have an office in the UEZ, so we're part of the UEZ as well, and we're partnering up with them to do a variety of things. So
Well, Stephanie Gonzalez and her team at the UEZ are fantastic.
they really are. They do
So that's a great
tremendous.
place to start. So
They've helped us a lot, and and that's really where we see this going, is the networking with other people and other organizations that can help, make a difference, and are making a difference for for people that need help. United Advocacy Group, Rich, we've done some work with him and his team at Tobias and Euphoria. Yeah, so we're looking to continue to expand those things, and together we've come up with some pretty creative things as we get into the new year that we'll start to announce. So everybody should be following our website now.
ask you.
Page.
So just in conclusion, how can our listeners get a hold of you?
Yeah. So the first thing is Facebook page. That's where we do a lot of our advertising. Mine is John Marino, just no H in John, and Marino is Marino. You can follow my Facebook page, which is linked to Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center. It's just a farm page. Okay. So where is that? That's class. Okay. Flying First Class Equestrian Center.
Just to be clear, because I looked up and I did see a Facebook page for Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach
That's
Center.
it. That's us.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
the best.
That's the best way to see what's going on, right?
Okay, and your website
Is Flying First Class Equestrian Center.
got it. Okay. And I will provide a link to that.
Yeah, and all the contact information is right there. You can get Sarah's number and my cell phone number. We're available all the time. Nobody should hesitate to call us and ask us, or even come up with ideas on what they think they would like to do.
That's fantastic. We'll stay in touch for sure. But John Marino, Sarah Moore of Flying First Class Equestrian and Community Outreach Center out here at 91 Fox Road in Bridgeton. You have a tremendous facility, and I commend you for all the work you're doing for the community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We'll stay in touch.